think this hand is fine. I wish it was maybe one less land because we also have Talisman. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here thinking I'm looking at a replay and it's no, it is a replay. It's got the thing at the bottom. Moto's just trolling us. Legal target? What? I'm so confused. I'm so confused, Chad. What happened there? Well, regardless. Maybe it's because I updated. We don't get to save that match information? That's weird. That's bizarre. All right, anyway, let's queue up for an actual match. That's weird. And so Moto is the home of Eternal, right? Digital home. There is a place for that. There is a niche for that. There is a niche to fill. It's something I'm passionate about. I don't see that changing. Now, something I've talked about or observed from some of my teammates, Fluffy hasn't done this, but Evan has seen some success with it. He's got the little dog camera. Now, I don't have any pets, but I have a 3D printer. And something that I've wanted to incorporate into the show before was 3D printing. I think it's a very cool technology. It ties into my engineering background. I do some charitable volunteer work that is in the realm of 3D printing, and I want to get back into doing that. This gives me an excuse to do it. So these are just some of the ideas. We're gonna flesh them out, but I'm trying to weave my love for Magic into my love for 3D printing, into my enjoyment of streaming with you guys, into the fact that I occasionally like an indie title. And so I think if I just focus on those three elements, we could bring it together. The Doggo or Pauper Cam. So I'll have my Maker V2 Select Cam. I mean, it totally makes sense that we as the BrewSpy channel would have robot buddies. I love dogs though. I've had dogs in the past. So it's not unheard of that I might have a pet in the future you guys can enjoy with me, but I think we mulligan this. Well, okay, so it doesn't cast these two spells. It does cast these three. You know what? Let's do it. So yeah, like a 3D print cam, so I need another camera, which is fine because I need a new camera anyway, so I can use the camera I currently use that you guys helped me buy, that I use for my face, we can use on the printer, which is it's down here. Let's actually lead off on this duress, just really aggressive, like. Okay, so we don't really care about the journey. No, we care about journey more than, well, we don't really care. Electrickery does less against us. Sucks that he has the Palace Jailer. I mean the Palace Sentinels. Oh, okay, cool. So we draw a white source. Float, play the Basilica, pick up the Swamp. I don't know why I floated then. Because it feels like the right thing to do, guys. I also want to take some time to maybe jazz up Moto, if that makes sense. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I've seen that Julian has some cool additions he's made to the interface. It will probably take some time, but that's something else I'm talking about with the teammates in the near future. Knight's Whisper. I like just taking the Sentinel. We can wait on this taking the Sentinels. We can wait on this Castigate a little bit. I kind of just like whispering, actually. Let's whisper, and then see if we draw a different land to play, because we have a lot of tap lands in this deck, quite a few. Okay, so instead of killing the Inspector, I think I'm just going to play the Barons. Because these tap lands can really hurt us. Late game, it's nice to kind of try to get them out of the way in the early game. But yeah, he's seen some success with that. I'm happy to use that. Fluffy Wolf has seen some success with his new interface, and so I hope you guys noticed that I've tried to make several improvements to the interface. Slowly but surely, I've tried to add something new to the show. So let's start with Castigate here, and we're going to strip the Sentinels. Okay. So we're definitely taking Palace Sentinels. Do I take something else? He's already got a draw engine going on with the Hawks and this and that. I guess technically the best card is the Glint Hawk. Seems weak, but these are only going to get weaker. I don't really care about the journey, and a lot of it is the problem with if we gave ourselves the Monarch guy, they have lots of little dudes that will kind of overwhelm us, and then he'll take Monarch from us. But yeah, I appreciate having a couple of mods to bounce these ideas off of. Really appreciate that, guys. Really appreciate you guys being here. And I think it's just a matter of, I've got some growth to go through as far as, handling the stream. To take this quote unquote to the next level, to really help the team, I'm going to have to do some things I haven't really wanted to do in the past. I'm going to have to stream something like MTGA. We're going to have to, like I mentioned the other day, steal is the wrong word, but borrow some of the community and show them how awesome Legacy, Modern, some of these other formats, even Pauper, are. They're affordable, they're fun. Yes, it's not a beautiful interface. So what? Just for mana's sake. This game's going to boil down to Pestilence. That's what this game's going to boil down to. But I think I can eventually get to the point where we incorporate those three elements I just listed. That's something I wanted to do months ago. I just didn't have the means. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me, those of you that stuck with the project. But we're going to be building a slightly new crowd. That doesn't mean I want to lose, you guys who have supported the channel through thick and thin. That's not what I'm saying. We're going to be, I should say we're going to be adding to the BrewSpy channel community. So I'm going to be doing some changes to Discord. I'm going to be doing some changes to some of the stuff off stream. On stream, we're going to be a little bit more concise, a little bit less scatterbrained is my plan. I know my personality is scatterbrained, but I'm going to try my best to bring out some of the better parts of what I have to offer you guys. And yeah, all right, cool. So both of the pieces that we need, let us draw them in the correct order. So we're going to top, draw the Guardian, Castigate. We don't really care about the journey at all. Maybe I'm just going to take a burn spell. He's flinging his burns at us right now. Well, I appreciate that, Puddin'. Ooh, Reaping the Graves. This spell is sick. So the Mardu deck the white, hard to say. I'm the Boros Control. There's a lot of different names for what we're playing against, but there's a lot of different. It's like a mid-range. You can call it mid-range, but Reaping the Graves is cool. Is indeed cool. So I don't really care about Prismatic Strands. I don't think. We probably just take an Inspector, right? I mean, this will be annoying, don't get me wrong. And we do get both sides of it with the Exile. Actually, I will take Strands. That card is kind of annoying for Pestilence. But yeah, I'm glad you're here, Puddin'. And so I think that's what I want to do. So I know it sounds like I'm adding more things, but it's actually really focused. I took a lot of time today, and I literally wrote down, like, this is what I think I want the stream to look like. I want a camera on the 3D printer, and I want to make that a feature of the stream. So there's something cool for you guys to look at. Like, let's say I have to take a restroom break, or I got to go get a glass of water. That's still something interesting. That's something I've noticed that is a strength for Evan's stream, is he's got the dog camera. Now, I'm trying to stay, I mean, it's goofy, right? But, like, that matters. Like, uptime matters. It does. Let's see. Guardian. Pestilence. Yeah, so their deck is just really grindy. It's like got lots of bouncy castle effects. Core Skyfisher, Glint Hawk, and they're just kind of bouncing Alchemist Vial and Prophetic Prism. Oh shoot. Okay. Well, we should be able to get the wrench the Monarch from him. It's possible. Like we're just gonna wipe the board here. I'm just gonna activate Pestilence 4 times, and Guardian won't die, but we need to get that back. Down they go. Okay. So unfortunately, we're not going to get that attack off. So he is going to have the Monarch for a little bit longer. Yeah, Alchemist Vial, sweet. Bolt me? Okay. So we may lose anyway. They do have a lot of burn. They got Galvanic Blast. So another Alchemist Vial will stop me from attacking with the Guardian. I still can't wrench the Monarch from our opponent. Like, even though I'm killing their dudes, like, we're just going to die to the burn. This might be... Again, I haven't played this deck in the metagame. This might just be a tough matchup. We've had a good run so far. We're 2-0, but we may have met our match. Like, us not being able to take the crown, kind of an issue. And we're just sitting with a bunch of removal that really does very little. I mean, I can kill these 2 off, but then we're just putting ourselves in burn range. Very close. I might be dead right here, by the way. Because they play Galvanic Blast. Basilica. Okay, so we can return the Radiant Fountain. Yep. You know what I could have done? I could have just used our plethora of removal to kill those creatures. Honestly, probably would have been the better play. But no, their deck is a pretty efficient machine once it gets going. I mean, with the extra card off of the Monarch, it should be game. Another Vial? He's just keeping us from attacking. This is great. No, I'm not even upset. This is funny to me. He's just pillow forting us. Alright, until he finds one. Yeah. Galvanic Blast. Pretty solid common. What is the enchantment? Pestilence. At the beginning of your end step. There's a modern equivalent of this in red. At the beginning of your end step, if no creatures on the battlefield, sacrifice Pestilence. So it's a wombo combo with Guardian of the Guild Pact. I wonder if the person that built this even has like a plan for this sideboard. Okay, so Circle of Protection. The other Castigate. They do have some graveyard synergy, but I don't know if I want that. Another win condition is a good idea. So it's weak. The edicts are weak. Like my spot removal is weak in general. Echoing Decay can stay because it kills multiple. Unmake. This figure is relatively mana efficient, but it's still not what we want. This just seems like a bit of a difficult matchup. I wouldn't say unwinnable though. I mean, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure it's not 0%. Just trying to see what else we would actually want. I mean, yes, their graveyard synergy is scary. Like that, honestly, that was actually really scary that he had the Gravestorm spell. They do run like, I think just 1 copy of that spell, really. Could play a couple of Edict. I mean, it's grindy, it's got flashback on it. It's not great though. I almost would rather just play Spellbomb just because there's nothing I really want and like would help us draw to some of these sideboard cards. This is a mulligan. I'll maybe consider keeping this. We need to find a white source. We'll bottom. Okay. Need a Stony Silence. This is what we need, right? No, it wouldn't help. It wouldn't stop them from drawing their cards. Ooh, that was an excellent top deck. Thank you, deck. All right. White source acquired. So I don't know exactly what game I want to go into next. Like this schedule that I wrote up is for next week. So I mean, we used to do lots of polls on the channel. We could do a poll to kind of reward those of you that showed up today. Why don't we do that? I've got a couple different ideas. While we're sideboarding, I'll make a straw poll. We used to do lots of polls on this channel. It's definitely something I miss doing. I drew both of these though. I don't really want to see both. Well, they might have removal for it because they're going to be thinking about Pestilence. So. I'll give you guys a few different choices. I actually haven't played any of the Hearthstone expansions lately. I'm going to put MTGA on there. I do want it to be a different game. I know, you guys. But like, if our goal, remember a few months back I said I'd like for us to do variety digital trading card streaming. Not a true variety streamer. That's very difficult and very few people actually are successful in that endeavor. So I don't want to set us up for failure, but I think that's something cool we could do. What sucks is this only protects us from the burn spells. They're relatively weak. Sideboard choice. Are these other things any better though? None of these would kill the Skyfisher. None of these small 1-mana spells would. The Edicts would kill this. Their deck is just so much value. It's tough. So let's do Arena. There is actually a couple modes of Arena I might be interested in playing. A couple. So Magic the Gathering Arena. We could do Artifact. I just really want to learn it. I'm in the mood for Slay the Spire. I think we'll count that as a digital trading card game for now, and then but that may change. Last, I guess Hearthstone. I think specifically I'll want to do some of the single player content because I haven't done it. I haven't done any of it. I've not played that game in some time. Let's go white. Return the... Because this gains us life. Let's return the... Yeah, they're playing a Value Town deck for sure. It is it's like the Value Town deck of the format. So we could play Sentinels. I'm just worried that we're going to lose Monarch. Very worried that we'll just immediately lose it. And then we won't be able to wrench it back from them. Because he's just going to kill my Sentinels. Well, this matchup seems bad anyway. Let's just do it. Create poll. Those are your choices. Artifact, MTGA. And command will be !vote. You feel that it's not a trading card game. It is a digital card game. Well, maybe I should increase the genre to digital card game. I mean, my problem, here's my problem, right? So if we're going to be, so this is like the most rigorous schedule I could possibly do, right? Which is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'm only off Wednesday and Sunday, right? That's a pretty rigorous, I mean, like some of the streamers that this is what they do like for their job don't necessarily stream as much as that. And you know, that's probably the maximum I could do with my current schedule. Excuse me. And some of those will have to get canceled. Things will get moved around. I'll definitely need to message you guys and say, hey, like Monday stream's actually not going to be able to happen, etc. Ooh, Justice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pestilence here would clear out the Inspector. But yeah, we might want to expand the genre a little bit. So, all these things I'm saying, they're not set in stone. We're going to have to feel it out. But I want a healthy roster of main games, and we'll figure out which ones make the most sense, right? Because the main focus of, like, the main game of, I'm assuming this is a bolt. Just us trying to float, because one of the three of us, like, so that's one of the goals of Modern Day Heroes, is we're trying to shoot for one of the three of us getting partnerships so we can create our own stream team. Partnership isn't really something that I've sought in the past with much vigor, I guess, or focus, you could say, or what's another good word for that? Nah, we've really lost this one. So he's gonna stop me from getting in with the Sentinels. We're gonna fall behind again, and that's okay. So that's a tough matchup. We found one that is tough. So let's jump in, play a couple more. So we did find a tough. I mean, we felt unstoppable in some of these other matchups, right? Oh, I remember what our other matchup was, guys. It was the inside out combo, wombo combo. That was our other matchup. That's a cool deck if you haven't seen it, Puddin'. But yeah, so I may expand and say not trading. I may just switch that genre that we do mostly on the stream to just digital card games. And that expands the roster of games that I can play in the first, 2.5 hours of streaming. And that'll be, I don't want to use the word sacrosanct, but that'll be the structure. And then anything after that is after show. That's just extra. It's optional. Does that make sense? And I'm bouncing these ideas off of you guys. That's why I appreciate you giving me some valuable feedback. So in the first 2.5 hours, that's where you guys can cash in the speed brewing. That's the perfect time. I actually might keep this hand. It's a little slow though because of double tap land. We could get run over, but we're on the play. We are on the play. So obviously you want to lead Crossroads. Never make the mistake of accidentally playing your bounce land first. That would be very sad. Oh no, it's the same matchup. Probably the same matchup. Now we don't have to, if we don't draw another land, we don't have to just play this and be stuck. Like, there's a chance we just naturally draw an untapped source and we can play Talisman. There's a chance that we get to, same matchup. Mirror match. No, Bajuka Bog sometimes in the grindy deck. I like trying to hit a different land drop. Because we have a glut of cards. Well, no, if that was our plan, then we were going to play the Crossroads anyway. But we've drawn to another land, which is very important. I'm going to drop the Edict, as crazy as that sounds. I should drop Pestilence or Talisman, right? We haven't determined. It looks like he's the same matchup. They play some number of Bajuka Bog, even though they're a red-white deck. Red's just their splash. They're just splashing it for removal, some sideboard. They're basically a white control deck. Could dump Chainers. I'm gonna ambitiously dump a Pestilence. Yeah, that's what they're playing. Missionary's cool tech. Ooh, grindy indeed. Okay. So we played Talisman, we can't castigate. This is where I would want to castigate, just because they're about to drop Palace Sentinels. So unfortunately, this is a bit of a mirror match. This is a different take on the Pestilence deck, what our opponent's playing. So we have to consider taking the Guardian, because I can't really answer that. I mean, Edict can answer it, but it's going to be tough with all these other creatures hitting the table. He's going to play Sentinels next, and then we're in trouble. Yeah. Not bueno. Not bueno. This is not good. This is not good, chat. Ooh, and he ripped the land to be able to play it. That's kind of what we were hoping didn't happen. So I can play Palace Sentinels of my own, and we draw the extra card, and then he journeys or edicts my Sentinels. But I'm worried we're going to fall behind if I don't make that play. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm just worried we'll fall behind if I don't make a play like this. So we'll get the extra card. So he decides to journey and attack. Problem is we don't have all that many creatures. That's one of the criticisms I have of the build that we're playing, is that we don't have a lot of creatures to actually snag Monarch back from the opponent. Skyfish a land? Maybe? Could return the step. That's kind of cool. It's any permanent, right? Yeah, that's neat. That is indeed neat. Holy bajuka bog, Batman. Man, is the rest of this league going to go really poorly? That's unfortunate if that's the case. Fountain. Don't really want to play the Pestilence, do we? Kind of just want to play these Talismans. Like, if we Pestilence away all the different creatures, we lose the Pestilence. It's probably Riftwatcher. I'm all for killing these two and hoping to draw a creature. We're just going to get buried, though, because of the way Monarch unfortunately works. Unless I can draw a creature in the next few turns. Let's gain our life. So I mean, we'll clear out. I don't have enough black mana to kill anything this turn, though. Unfortunately, might even be correct for me to just Edict here, just to take a little bit less damage. I don't know. This deck felt great some of our matchups earlier, but I just don't feel great now about the deck. I was all excited about this deck for sure. Now I'm thinking kind of a stinker. There goes our Pestilence. I'm not going to activate it because we take damage as well. But kind of easy to see, you know, when the opponent's drawing the extra card. So that game came down to the Monarch, really. Post board, we get rid of a lot of this. It looks like we're boarding very similarly. But again, we played against, you know, a similar variant of what we just played against. They have a lot of toughness 3 creatures. These seem really bad. A lot of our spot removal just seems bad. Justice. Extra duress. They are also a Pestilence deck. We can play some frag. Other than that, maybe just because this is a flashback spell. I don't know. This is going to be tough, guys. We were running so hot, right, last time. The sand seems better, but I mean, I like this deck. I picked it out specifically because I thought it was interesting. Take on Pauper, but after playing these two grindy matchups, I just don't think it has enough threats. I think it's a cool concept. But yeah, it's like a Thraben Inspector deck, so kind of a similar thing. So we'll take the Inspector. We could also have taken the Journey there. But usually, since we have so much hand hate, we even have a little bit more hand hate that's come in. Usually just want to ignore those elements at first. We'll play another Barons here. Just keep the board clean. And he doesn't really want to play the Skyfisher. Do another Missionary. Castigate. We do want to do that, right? That means instead of playing Talisman, what are we taking? I don't really care about anything in his hand. I guess the only thing I'm interested in is that we could sneak the Sentinels by, but the problem with the Sentinels is next turn he's going to play a flyer, and then it doesn't make sense to play this anymore. You know? I might just be better served by going Talisman, you know? Give us a little bit more mana to work with. Ooh, Castigate of his own. So there's a lot of important pieces over here. We'll see what he takes. Unfortunately for us. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I know Pauper's not my usual format, but we are playing kind of an interesting deck. We're playing a mirror match of sorts. I have seen this version of my opponent's deck. It's similar to what we're doing. It is also a Pestilence deck. It's just a different different flavor, different configuration. A little risky to Castigate instead of just getting the Pestilence in play. A little bit. Skyfisher's the most value here. Probably just take the Skyfisher. We may lose the Pestilence though to like a duress from the opponent now. Yep, Rift Watcher. A little bit of F6, the Gathering, Radiant. So what's unfortunate here is this guy's going to go away. There's no guarantee we get to keep the Pestilence. I might just want to Edict here. For 7, flashback. He'll sack the Rift Watcher. I don't really want to play Pestilence into Missionary. Not that I think my opponent would aim a removal spell at his own creature, but well, that's unfortunate. Talisman's kind of an interesting card in Pauper in general. Like a lot of the control decks will be playing Pestilence decks. They'll either be like this, Talisman based, or they'll be playing stuff like Missionary and a lot of life gain. Oops, I meant to tap it there. I did not. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay, chat. It's going to be all right. I did mean to tap my Talisman. If we die at 1, we can blame it on me. It'll be on me. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I think you're absolutely right, Irish, that we'd be kind of walking into it. Well, now that we have the second Pestilence, it's almost tempting to do it. To just put that sucker in play. We're not going to use it until more creatures hit the table, etc. If you tap this just right, it doesn't ask you to lose the mana. Duress, to take the other Pestilence. Yep. Now I'm punished. Punished! Now he may just kill his own Missionary. Punished! I could have held this. Decides not to kill his Missionary. Alright, he knew about the swamp, so we can play that. The problem is, yes, I have Talisman, but opponent's at 34. So we still lose that because we're 22. We take damage off the Pestilence as well. So even though we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black sources, 6 damage, gain a life. So we're at 15. But I mean, Missionary would die and we lose the Pestilence, so it's not even a. Ooh, yeah. Thank goodness. This is clutch. This is perfect timing. Guardian's here. So now we can pestilence to our heart's content. Oh, come on, Momo. I'm sorry. That is not our list. I got you. I had this list in our Stream Decker the other day. I just have to change it to that. Pretty sure I put it in there. No, I did not. Okay, but that's easy. I've got some legacy decks we haven't even had the chance to play yet, like the Ninja Fae deck. It's kind of a cool little deck. I'll get that up for you in 2 seconds. Give me a sec here. Oh, actually, no, we shouldn't. The other day, my moto crashed because we changed, because we opened the list. Well, maybe it's fixed now. All right, this may crash us. It did crash us the other day. I hope it doesn't, but if anything, I might be able to pull up a list from. I don't think I made changes to the list. I think I just wanted to play first league stuff. Yeah, it crashed. It did. It's not your fault, Komomo. My moto, we even updated today, and it's been. Yeah, I knew that was a bad move. I was like, it's not gonna crash again. It crashed. Let's just go ahead and close it. But in the meantime, I can get you the list. Comes to us from Amoras27. And it's a cool little deck. It is a cool little deck. I think I did rip this guy off the... Oh, so see this white-black pestilence? That's what we're playing against. But actually this list is more like this. There's only a few copies out there that are prizing. But I thought this was such a cool take on the deck. I think this is the version. Is this by Amoras? This looks almost exactly... Yes, this is the one. So can I just like download that? There we go. It's worth it. I mean, if we're crashing anyway, I might as well. Yeah, close. No, don't wait. Close it. Close it. Close it. Well, no, I don't want to change my collection. I just want to put in a deck. In the meantime, I'll boot up. Reboot. It's unfortunate we're in the middle of a match, but I mean, you can't have known that, Komomo. I knew that. I knew that there was the potential my moto would crash if I tried to open a deck list. Just absurd, right? It's absurd. It's literally what we're working with these days. The future of moto is not bright. It makes me very sad, but legacy and modern, the formats themselves, they will live on. They will indeed live on. Upload new. Yeah. The formats themselves, they will live on. But Moto is on the decline, unfortunately. That was so depressing for me to read today. Somebody, I read an article recommended to me that was talking about how systemically that Amoras27. So, talking about how it's just systemically on the decline, and you never want to hear that when it's your main game, right? And I was reading an article about that. So we actually are going to lose this game because he has a pestilence now. So we are going to die, even though I have a pristine. We can try to navigate this, but my opponent has a lot more black mana than we do. There's a good chance that we're going to lose now. Hey, what's up, Jade? Yeah, no worries, Komomomo. I'm happy to do it. That's what I'm here for. Right? I mean, if you wanted just clean-cut episodes of people playing, grinding Magic the Gathering online, there's YouTube for that, right? We're here for the community. We're here to be talking and having a conversation in the chat. Jade, I've got some cool changes that we're rolling out. I even wrote up a schedule that I should be able to adhere to for the week of the 6th through the 12th. I'm going to be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be digital card games. I think I will make that change. Puddin' Stars, that was a good point you made earlier. And then I think our opponent's coming back. Oh, in the meantime, we can look at the list. So this is a neat little list. So yeah, like I'll try to squeeze in all the speed brews and everything that we need to do during that first 2.5 hours is the plan. And then we'll do a little bit of variety streaming at the end, or maybe not. Some nights I'm going to be tired, and we'll probably just do digital digital card games. You know, that's going to happen. I could have killed the missionary there. I don't think I want to. I don't think that we want to. I think every single activation of our pestilences has a really high cost. And we may just die really quick to this. What about a yo-yo day? We're going to do some 3D printing. I'm thinking I'll just set up a print, and then I need another camera though, but because I don't want to lose the face cam just to have a 3D print cam. But I'm thinking, because that was something that's been successful for Evan to have a second camera of something entertaining. In his case, it's dogs. I don't imagine that the 3D printer is going to be as entertaining as dogs, or even, like certainly not more entertaining. It'll be different. It'll just be different. And we can talk a little bit about 3D printing and how I think it's a really cool technology. It didn't revolutionize the world, so to speak, as we thought it did, or as quickly as we thought that it would, us in the engineering community. But I think that would be kind of cool. It's something we talked about in the past. I'm going to frag his pestilence. And what's funny is you almost think that he would activate it a bunch to see. Now we're in the driver's seat, and this is where our version actually can really shine, because he's got these creatures that don't really do all that much. And now we're just kind of taking hold. So I do think this version of the deck has a significantly stronger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna lose both of our guardians here. Yup, we're gonna lose both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he can't flash it back yet. But if we kill off these creatures and then he flashes that back, I lose the pestilence. But we're gonna be taking. This is tough. Hang on, let's kill them. Can I burst our opponent here? He's at 26. I'm at 20. We're going to gain a life. Gain a life. He's at 26. I can put him to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can put him to 21. And then this is risky. Oh, I do like that. That's really fast to do. It's nice. So he goes to 21. We drew another pestilence, so it's okay if we lose this guardian, which we will. He'll probably tap out next turn, flash us back to kill off my second guardian. You could do like a yo-yo stream, Jade, right? Do we want to just deal a lot of damage with the pestilence? I think the answer is actually yes. Ooh, I like how fast this works. Maybe they... I guess it really does work that way. That's sweet. Cancel. So down, unfortunately, goes Guardian. We'll lose the Pestilence at the end of the turn. He's at 12. Oh, I'm sure his hand is a glut of creatures at this point. Oh, goodness. That's worst case scenario. Yep. What's up, Jim? How's it going, my friend? Playing a little bit of Pauper. We're about to lose our second game of the day, unfortunately. We were coming into this pretty strong. I was pretty excited to show you guys this deck. I still am. I think it's a fascinating deck. I meant to tap my Talisman there. That could really hurt us. A Castigate and a Sentinels. That's totally fine. So we take the scary card. All of these are scary. Journey, I mean, all of them work through what I'm trying to do. All of them do what we hope wouldn't happen. Oh, wait, he's got a castigate in his hand, so we're just going to lose the Pestilence. No, we draw an extra card. It doesn't matter. Oh, Magic is hard. It's not a consecutive. The most I can stream in a week looks to be just judging from the schedule I drew up of, and this is a relatively not busy week, is 4 streams in a week. So it's consecutive in the fact that we are day by day adding to the number, but that's just the overall number that I've streamed since we started trying to make it to a year's worth of streams, if that makes sense. Aiming for a year's worth of and then maybe we'll do something special, or I'm not exactly sure what I want to do at that point. But we have Guardian Pestilence, another talisman. So we can go Guardian. Oh no, he's got the Edict though, so this won't work. Yeah, this won't work. So even if I went Pestilence, kill the Inspector, it won't do what we want. I mean, I can still play the Pestilence out, but we're hanging on by the skin of our teeth, chat. And that's the game. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's 5 damage. I have 5 life. Good games. Good game. Good game. Good game, everyone. Well fought. Well played. All right, we got one more to go. So we started off the day as 2-0. We're now 2-2. We played 2 of the grindier matchups in the format. Does not seem like we are set up to combat those very well at all. So, something for us to keep in mind. It's hard to justify a deck that doesn't have a good matchup against at least the red-white Boros kind of grindy deck, just to give you guys a quick... also, if you haven't voted in the straw poll, it's actually, we made a command for that. It's vote. So that's what we're doing next. Digital card games are going on for another... time is it? Another hour. So we have another hour of digital card games to go through, and then we will try to squeeze in maybe an after show. Or not. We shall see. So we have 1 vote for Slay the Spire, nothing else. The choices were Slay the Spire, Magic the Gathering Arena, Artifact, or some single-player Hearthstone content, which I haven't touched. I have not touched it. I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm assuming it's mediocre at best, right? I've played some of their other solo content. We also could do... There's a couple formats that I actually really enjoy. There's a couple. I was excited to hear they added some like weird stuff to MTGA the other day. Like I overheard, not that I played it yet, but I overheard that MTGA had temporarily Mormorvig. So that's kind of neat. Do I know why the James Bond circle has the spirally bits? Why is it spirally? It's supposed to represent a gun barrel. That's a good question. Yes, the swirling stuff, or what do you mean? You talking about the gun barrel, or what do you mean? What do you mean, Jim? If you're talking about the fact that it's not really well done, it's because I'm not a Photoshop guy. I could learn how, but I think I made it in Paint. Yeah, I think I made the gun barrel using Paint. But I like it. I kind of want it to stay. I don't necessarily need it. Although I think Jay incorporated it into the... Maybe he didn't. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if I can get rid of that. I think it's actually part of the overlay. think it's part of the overlay. I'm just trying to figure out what's what. Oh, that was when we were learning Warhammer. And then that didn't pan out. They redid Warhammer, though. We might touch that. We should add that to the list. If I download the digital version. We played it. I tried to show you that game through Tabletop Simulator. Game never really caught on. That's okay. I mean, Artifact we thought was going to be awesome. Did not catch on. I still want to play it for you guys because I'd like to learn it. But did not catch on. You knew I would know? Yeah. I'll take the compliment, Jim. How you doing, Jim? It's been a bit since I've seen you, man. What have you been up to, Jim? Mr. Jim Miles himself. This is not a keep. This is a mulligan. Can't keep a hand that... Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Oh, no. And they're both tap lands. We're dead. Good luck, have fun. I mean, at this point, I think we played friendly. I think this is a friendly league, so we're playing to just get our points back. And trust me, I want our points back, if we can. I'm actually going to go with the Kabira. There's some graveyard synergies in a lot of the black decks in the format. So, witches. Stitches get witches. Alright, so we can edict those. Or we can just whisper. I might just want to whisper. Just in this matchup, there's a reasonable chance that they'll be hitting our hand quite a bit. Old school witches. For those of you that don't know, the witches. It's awesome and looks good. Oh, okay. I'm living in the UK. Didn't grow up with guns. Only a few years ago, learned what the swirls meant. Yeah, you're like exactly staring down the barrel. You guys are talking about those yo-yos still. That's awesome that you and Jade Puddin are into yo-yos together. I think that's sweet. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we can get one of these out of the way. He hasn't done anything to us yet that merits really any reaction from me. Honestly, I think I just play the Talisman. So he's playing mono black. They're ooh, that's cool. Whisper Agent. Secret Agent Man. He's got a job to finish, and it's you. Secret Agent Man. Oh no, he's drawing cards. Stop it. Maybe this is not a good matchup either. I don't want to just say that about every matchup. Like, surely we have some good matchups, right? I mean, like, we did win 2 matches, okay? Surely this deck isn't that garbage. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we can... 2 black sources lets me kill both. Just kind of desirable. They're both instant speed. All of them are instant speed. So many instant speed. And I also don't want him to maybe reanimate these things. I think I just kill them both. He's still not attacking with the witches. No reason to, because it's 1 to... Okay, so we can... Yeah, we can just disfigure that. Been good. Finished my Paper Modern and Legacy. Settled down with work. Taking it easy. Thinking about my girlfriend. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, no. It's sweet that Mono Black got this. That's awesome, Jim. Thanks for catching up for a little bit with me, man. Dude, that's awesome. I'm very happy for you. That's the life. All right, hold up. So I should have actually edict before the Thorn came down, right? Don't we care less about Thorn of the Black Rose than the witches? He's gonna keep witches. Gain a life. So we are going to lose to that Monarch effect unless I can find a creature soon. That's like been the story of tonight, though. Like, a lot of the games we lost, it's because the opponent ended up being the Monarch. So maybe that's a reason that the deck isn't great. Just that reason. Yep, Gray Merchant. There's Gary. Gary's home. Can we... It's cool this is an archetype, though, in Pauper. I think this is neat. Just saying, I think this is kind of neat. The mono black shenanigans. Don't hate it. So I think we're at the point where I'm just going to play out the Pestilence because it's more safe in play than it is in my hand, just because they will be running duress. But that's awesome, Jim. What Modern Legacy decks did you finish? I'm kind of curious. Vaguely remember some of what you were playing at the time. Oh, speaking of duress. Yo-Yo Holster. What if there's stuff you could 3D print to accompany a yo-yo? Or 3D print a yo-yo? Probably. I was thinking about 3D printing a cajon. I was looking at one today that seemed pretty good. Screw hole. It had screw holes and it had a little tab for the snare. So we can pestilence away the witches. Could just kill off the entire board. But we're gaining 2. Do I just let the pestilence go? I don't think so. You probably could. And yeah, it probably wouldn't be... I imagine mold or, injection mold yo-yos are probably where you want to be because it's just a more dense plastic. But anyway, it's probably where you want to be. Well, now that we have a third talisman, like we're kind of stemming off the Gray Merchant damage almost. Going down to 4. I'm dead to a second Gary. Third Gary. But he's just drawing so many cards. I mean, we've really fallen behind that we weren't able to take out to get the us not getting the Monarch back is lost us this game too. I think because of the Monarch effect just in general in Pauper, it's just too important to have a plethora of creatures in this particular format because a lot of these grindier, more control-y matches just seem to devolve into capture the flag kind of. I don't know how else to explain the mini game of the Monarch, but I should have maybe killed the witches. Barely hanging on. Barely just hanging in there. Just a little bit frustrating. Now, if we could draw the protection from monocolored creature, Guardian. If we could draw a Guardian, we have a shot, but... Yep, Pestilence of his own. Yeah, Pestilence is all over the place right now. I love it. The card is strong. Alright, that was only game 1. Can we become better for this matchup? Absolutely we can. We can become a little bit better. They're going to have some graveyard recursion, but I think more win condition, more disruption, less weak removal. Edict could stay, kills big things, frags. It seems good. Actually, I want the duresses. Nope, too late. I should have been playing them, I think. Alright, but we did also mulligan down to 5, so that may indeed... I mean, that was a factor. I'm actually going to lead on Barons instead of firing off this duress. And maybe we don't want to overload on hand hate, right? Maybe that's the wrong approach. Could very possibly be the wrong approach. I kind of just like pulling ahead on cards instead of just exchanging. Oh, okay, well, there you go. Okay. Do we just tear his hand apart this turn? Or do I want to start getting these talismans going? I like Terra Sand Apart. The Thorn of the Black Rose is what really beat us last time. Don't care. Do I? Actually, I do care. I do care about Choking Sands. Fragmentized answers the Pestilence. Chittering Rats is really the most annoying card in his hand. We can take the Sands. And then we'll take Rats. Rats is a real pain. For those of you that don't know, this is a legit Pauper card. Enters a battlefield, target opponent puts a card from their hand on top of their library. Such a pain. Really, really is. Really is a pain. I also should have taken out some of our talismans. For these grindier games, I probably don't want more than 2. I meant those actually should have become the duresses. So if we manage to squeeze this game out, oh shoot, yep, top deck Thorn. Yep, we're gonna lose the Monarch again, maybe. If we can kill both of his creatures, but again, I'm kind of behind. Oops. Just a little frustrating, but like we need a creature, and there's only so many in our list, right? We're playing actually all of them. There's 6 in the list, which I just don't think is enough creatures. So I think if I was to rebrew this list, just strictly from the mindset, or no, let's not go into the list. It crashed us last time, but if we were to redo this list, if I was to change some things, I definitely would want more than 6 creatures, because it seems like so many of these late game grindy matchups that we're running into, they come down to us trying to snag back the Monarch. And we're just not able to get it back, right? We can make one and then we don't get it back, or our opponents have one and we can't take it from them. So that's a real problem. Quite frankly, that is a real problem. Man, you guys are just going out on all these. Oh yeah, Ike. That totally sounds like you to hook up. The other day you were talking about how was it your son? I want to say it was your son. Something about your son's car. Am I just misquoting you? Block. It's a free block. Might as well. I should have chainersed. That was bad of me. I don't know why I'm sitting on this card. We should be playing it. We should be casting it. Absolutely. Absolutely, we should be casting the Chainer's Edict. And now I don't think I can flash it back. Yep. We're on the defensive with this. So. Axel Wood yo-yos, huh? Do we need to make like a yo-yo channel for the Discord? Do we need yo-yos? Do we need a car channel as well? Car channel could be useful. I would love to get some Ike tips about cars. Because I see a lot of those Discords, they start to evolve or devolve, however you want to call it, into lots of different... I'm playing the one for my hand just because they have hand hate. And we can't quite flash any of them back. That guy flies anyway, so we will attack. How are we still in this? So we get the Monarch back. We don't draw the card till at the end step, so I couldn't play the Pestilence. How are we maybe crawling back into this? Rats. All right. Well, we'll draw that. So he's going to steal back the Monarch from us, but we'll steal it back from him. And so we're in this, state of passing back and forth. It's interesting. I'm going to actually just play the Pestilence out, and I'm going to get in with the Guardian. Give me that. Give me that back. Haha. Maybe we got a chance. Maybe there is a chance here. Draw duress. It's yo-yos. Don't be sorry. No, I mean, I think, well, I don't regard myself as the authority on cars whatsoever. You tend to like to talk about cars in the channel, Ike, so I imagine that's a thing. Something I really want to bring back is like a lot of you guys. I used to know a lot of our frequenters by name, like real name. Which, I mean, some of you I know you want to remain anonymous and you prefer me calling you by your Twitch handle, but some of you guys really appreciate that I know your real names. And I kind of want to get back into that kind of feel. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time to kind of rebuild that, you know. Could kill off both of these threats. I think that's good. We should do that. Also, did I not kill off them before taking a hit? I don't know what I'm doing here. I should have definitely killed those off. Tendrils to gain a bunch. Yep. Okay. Another pestilence. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give us that. We need it back. Oh, we drew an instant. Sweet. Would you rather I thought you liked me calling you Puddin'. Was that just something I came up with? Was that just something that I thought was the case? And do you go by something shorter? Do people call you Spence? Probably not. They probably don't. So Spencer it is. I think that's fun. Like as a community grows, you guys, you know, get more comfortable with me and the other people in the channel, and I can start to use real names a little bit here and there. Ooh. Well, Sentinels doesn't really matter. We already have the crown. They cannot take our crown. We will never give in. We will never give in. We will not give in. If anything, now I don't want to activate these 4 times. No preference? Oh, as far as nickname or me saying Puddin' instead of Spence or Spencer? No, Spencer's fine. They call you Spence? I don't know. See, some names. Oh, he's just killing off Sentinels. It's fine. Like some nicknames, people don't appreciate. Spence might be one of them. Spence might be one of them. I could totally see that. You cannot have it. You cannot. It is ours. All right, let's return the Kabira that has the most potential. Don't even think we want to read the bones, do we? No, we do. We do. There's quite a few cards we could hit this turn that might impact the game. Right? At the cost of 2 life. Ooh. I do not have enough black mana to kill off my own sentinels, so they're going to gain a bunch of life. That's scary. Frag, Basilica, bottom. Castigate. Alright, what are you cooking over there, opponent? What you cooking? What are you cooking over there? Uh-huh. What you got there? Actually, that was kind of a nice grab. We took a Grey Merchant. Spencer it is. I'll try to add that to my repertoire. I can't go through my whole life using the excuse of I'm not very good at remembering names. You know, like how can you be a successful streamer and not be good at remembering names, right? Clearly that's an area I'm lacking in, and I'll have to work on. All right, let's attack. Hiya. Okay, maybe I take it back. These talismans are actually really important that we drew multiple of them. What's up, Commander? You're hanging out with us for some Pauper, unbeknownst to you. Don't know if... look at all these lands. Oh, I should have played the Crossroads. What am I doing? This game is all about life points. This game has devolved into life points. Dot the game. I don't even know if we want to put these duresses in, just seeing how this game went. Chittering rats. All rats. Oh, you do? What do you play in Pauper, Commander? What do you like to do? What are you into? You might finish off our sentinel. Maybe that was greedy to kill the rats. Oh, yeah, that's what he's going to do. Yeah, Guardian of the Guild Pack seems very important, just in general, to the deck. Gain some life, hit you for 2, kill you. Teachings? Oh, Teachings is sweet. For those of you that don't know what deck he's talking about, it is a very interesting control deck for Pauper. I like Teachings too. We've played it before in the past. I thought this might be fun. This deck is it's a little bit too binary for my taste, to be perfectly honest. I'm a little not happy with that fact. Let's run it like this. I think 3 frag is still fine. Frag out. So what did you guys vote on? Exclamation mark vote. Take that link. It's a safe link. I made it. It's a safe link. I guess we'll keep this. Exclamation mark vote to vote for the straw poll. We are going to be playing another digital card game after this. So far, the vote, it is Duress me. Looks like Arena, Slay the Spire, and Hearthstone all have 1 vote. Just to give you a little update. Probably shouldn't tell you how the votes are looking because then you'll try to like mess with it. But anyway. I'm glad we had at least any participation. No votes for Artifact. That's not a surprise. It just, the game really never took off. We're actually going to return the Crossroads here. Pauper is such a slow format in a lot of aspects. Oh no, we're cheating. Look, it's an uncommon. It had a common printing. Relax. But this is the uncommon version. For those of you joining us that don't know what Pauper is, Pauper, of course, is a format of only commons. So that includes Brainstorm. So we will pass the turn to Becca. Yeah, you guys should vote. Why not? Why not vote? Like what's the reason to not vote? I'd like to know. We're gonna slam Sentinels. We may not. Sentinels may not live, but we're gonna get a card regardless. Oh, you know what I was going to try? Let's see if we like this. I was going to play some non-copyright songs. I have no idea if I'm going to like this music. I have no idea if you guys... Well, let's try it. Let's try it. I was thinking of a couple different things we could do today. That was one of them. I was going to try the no copyright sounds gaming Spotify music channel. But if it's no good, then I should have done this first. Holy Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Batman. Take one of those. But, if it's no good, we'll just dump it. And you guys let me know if the levels are okay. Can you guys still hear me over the musics? Germangler. All right now. Oh, now we draw the Bajuka Bog, of course. All right, well, let's play Guardian. See, now I don't even really want to play the Bog. Like, we missed our opportunity with that. Let's play the Basilica, return the Crossroads. No attack, obviously. I feel like we're clearly in the driver's seat, though. Okay. What do we need to do here? Do we need to get Pestilence on the table? Do we need to just play another Guardian? I think we play another Guardian. Guardian Crossroads. Do I start the beats? Yes. We may just win this just because we have a bunch of these guys. Card's strong. It's like kind of like the crappy True Name Nemesis Pauper equivalent is Guardian of the Guild Pack. So you guys are making me think I need to get a yo-yo so I can actually join in on this conversation. I feel left out that the chat right now is mono yo-yos, and I'm the streamer. Not that I'm important. I mean, I hope you guys never think that I think that. What are we supposed to do here? Maybe Bog Sentinels? I don't even really want to start using the Pestilence. I think I'm fine just growing our board presence. Well, no, there's the potential that this board gets cleared. Well, no, these are never going away. These are very unlikely going away. Kids these days love this music, right, guys? I have no idea if this is going to be... It's a little bit outside my genre, so... But we'll give it a shot. There needs to be, like, more genres of no copyright music, like guaranteed no copyright on YouTube. Maybe you guys could give me some ideas for music we could grab that's not copyright. I know they're just yo-yos. Clearly, but I don't know, I just feel a little left out, that's all. What about classical public domain? That's my other choice. Play Pestilence, play land, kill rats? I mean, we're just grinding this out at this point, right? It doesn't really matter, it's just the slow beat. The slow beats. Now, the story of this game was Monarch. Like, that's all that happened. We didn't do anything fancy. We just had the Monarch. That's kind of not cool. Not all that exciting. You're gonna send me a yo-yo? I used to know how to do a little bit of stuff on the yo-yo. Long time ago. Give me that. It's gonna take a while. But we found a talisman, so now I feel a little bit more comfortable with the whole Pestilence idea.
Make wearing your seatbelt part of your daily routine.
Oh man, ads. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Bottom. I actually will take another talisman at this point. Edict. We don't need no education. Alright, hold up. Bog can go. I need to up my yo-yo game so I know what you guys are talking about. I'm fine if you guys are doing your own thing in the chat, though. Hopefully you guys know I'm joking when I say I feel left out. Like, I'm excited that you guys are talking about cars and yo-yos and oh man, he's turning them sideways. Okay, kill that, block this. Just to grab the Monarch from me. Nothing would die if I activated Pestilence, so I don't really see the point. I am at 8. Crossroads. Talisman. Well, let's take a more defensive approach now that he clearly trying to lock into the win here when I think it's pretty reasonable for us to still take this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black mana. 5 black mana kills Angler. Kills my Sentinels, though. But, alright. Enough messing around. No longer will your creatures possess the board state, my opponent. I should have attacked with a Sentinel if I was just going to wipe the board. Not even a fish remained. Not even a fish would remain. I wouldn't have it. I knew like the really basic stuff, like walk the dog. That was my jam. Walk the dog, sleep, put it in a sleeper. I think I was at the point of maybe starting to learn how to cradle. Like it's kind of where I was at. Kill all the things. I'm really not trying to play with this guy. I'm trying to... I mean, yes, we're playing a game. I'm trying to end it. I want it over. Take the tendrils. You can't cast it anyway. Okay. Oh, we did it. We did the thing I was hoping, which was at least we walk away with something. We didn't have any new subs today, right, yet, so I'm not going to crack this chest. I may change that policy. Or not policy. It's not policy. Policy sounds like it's rigid and we can't change it. I just... I will open this if we're in the middle of Moto for subs. Otherwise, I think moving forward with the new structure that we're rolling out next week. So just so you're aware, the new structure does not start till the 6th. I'm trying out small aspects of it leading up to that stream. But anyway, how did you guys vote? How'd you vote? The deck's sweet, though. This is 37 tickets, by the way. That is minuscule. That is cheap. If you go by card hoarder prices, it's even less. It is 29 tickets for the version we played. And again, the version comes to us from Amoras27. Had the most success with this archetype. So this is a very creature-light take on the black-white Pestilence deck. I do like that art on 6th edition Pestilence. Kind of cartoony. Makes me wish that we had like a foil version of that. The foil version 6th edition on Moto is black bordered.